Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the opening side of the opposition have already talked to you about feasibility of how actually these hackers are actually really smart. They're very capable. They're actually very able to actually hack any system here. Therefore, systems like thumbprints, you do not actually need to hack every single thumbprint to actually to steal the identity of a person, ladies and gentlemen. It's very easy. You just have to steal the master key of the thumbprint, and you can use it on any single person. This is what happened in the PlayStation network. They did not need to hack every single PlayStation in the world. They just got the master key, and then after that, they hacked every single online players, and they emulate their identity in the PlayStation network. Now, ladies and gentlemen, saying that I'm going to tell you how that how is the crime. How is cybercrime is not going to decrease? In fact, it will decrease. Now, the opening half of the government say that, well, because we have this ban on online anonymity, only hackers can do it. Therefore, commoners cannot do it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hackers are human. Commoners are human. Commoners can find hackers, ladies and gentlemen, and they can create an entire underground economy of commoners finding hackers to actually to actually help them get another identity and actually approach little children and rape them, ladies and gentlemen. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are harming the majority. We are harming the majority in the sense that the majority are afraid. They do not know if their identity is actually being stolen, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know if they will be accused of raping little child, while in fact it was the deed of a hacker, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What the government had given, we gave our mechanism to you. The opposition did not give a counter mechanism at all. They merely spoke on the negative mechanism. Can you please elaborate a little bit about the counter mechanism that solves the problem?
There is no counter mechanism, ladies and gentlemen. We do not believe in banning online anonymity. Let's leave things as they were, ladies and gentlemen. We are anonymous in the internet, and we're going to leave it that way. If the police are going to catch child rapists, they can do it by geolocation, where they check your IP address and they see where is the rapist actually located, and not checking on the online identity of another person, which happens to be in another place, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on the whole point of more responsible community, were brought up by the closing government, where by banning online anonymity, by creating this identity online, ladies and gentlemen, your real identity online, we will create a more responsible community. Ladies and gentlemen, they say that if we are anonymous, we will say whatever we want. That is true. We will say whatever we want because we are adhering to the freedom of speech. If the anonymous person, let's just say the anonymous person says something really unreasonable, the internet has their own way of check and balance, ladies and gentlemen. Internet moderators, forum moderators, they actually they have actually the power to actually remove unreasonable content. Besides that, ladies and gentlemen, by the responding to the unreasonable comments, the majority of the internet citizens, ladies and gentlemen, they will provide their counter views. They will provide what they think, why they think it's unreasonable, and if we fight reason with the unreasonable, we believe that reason will prevail, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on the whole point of victim of cybercrime, how by banning online anonymity, we can help the victim of cybercrime. As I explained, ladies and gentlemen, hackers can use the identity of another person. And by this, the majority of the online citizens, they will live in fear, for they do not want to be wrongly accused. They do not want to be wrongly accused of actually committing a crime that they did not do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the closing government whip said that he conceded that there is a limited freedom of speech in Malaysia. He considered that. And people need to be responsible to voice out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he conceded that it's not possible in the mainstream media. So, ladies and gentlemen, besides the mainstream media, what media do we have, ladies and gentlemen? The media online, ladies and gentlemen. If you ban online anonymity, how are they going to speak out, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think people will voice out online if the government know who actually voiced that out, ladies and gentlemen? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us see why people do not dare to voice out in real life, ladies and gentlemen. because the government can easily identify them, can easily throw them to ISA, ladies and gentlemen. And because of that fear, they cannot voice out in mainstream media, they cannot voice out in real life, ladies and gentlemen. And the closing government will come and say that, well, if I'm online and they know my name, I somehow will gather the courage. I will somehow gather the courage to actually voice out, and I'm not going to be afraid of actually being caught, ladies and gentlemen. Is this what the closing government whip is saying? Any comments? No. All right. Thank you. Which is why this is totally ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. The government whip do not know that it's fear that's actually causing this. It's fear that's actually causing people not to voice out their, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Fear is always a thing that people need to conquer. And we say that people should stand up and be responsible and fight the government.
Alright, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We agree that fear should be conquered, and that's why we provide this anonymity for them to actually voice out their view, to actually gather the courage, to actually voice out their opinion, so that the government knows, what the people think. If the fear is suppressing the voice of the people, ladies and gentlemen, how would the government ever change? Because of fear, no change will happen, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I have already told you about how the majority will be harmed, just for the benefit of the few. And even with the benefit of the few, it's not feasible to actually catch or prevent the actual criminal from being caught, and it doesn't prevent the community. It doesn't prevent the community. It doesn't prevent the community to be more responsible. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you.